Don't ever forget that the Gen AI that's out there today is trying to turn your business into vanilla pudding. Good morning, everybody. Ruby and I are talking about the impacts of having a brand in the AI age. And if you left your business and your brand to AI, it would make you the most vanilla, the most generic thing possible, because that's what it knows how to do, and that's what it thinks that people want. So that's a very big problem for these companies that are handing their baby over to AI and saying, hey, do my messaging, hey, find my customers. And it's all going to be demographics, and it's all going to be structured against the lowest common denominator, because that's all it knows right now. Will it get better at that over time? Sure. Is that something that you can wait for? Is that something that you can handle right now? Absolutely not. The last thing you want to be is vanilla. You want to be the highest level French souffle type of pudding you can be for your customer for what they can afford, right? So I'm not suggesting that you try to turn a Yugo into a Ferrari. Nope, it's not going to work. But it's also not trying to come to the market trying to please everybody. And so hallucinations and common problems are real in AI. And so if AI tells you who your customers are, don't really believe them. Kind of believe them. If it's reflective of what you see walking through the door every day, sure, I'm good with that. But know that there's game to be had here. And so you got to understand how the tools are working today in an AI world, what that messaging that it's going to spit back to you really means. Don't forget the experience you have running your business and who your customers are. And then I am fully versed as a disciple of Seth Godin, and I have consumed much of his conversations and data and his information and his writings. And one of the things that he said, and I will double down on it, is that in today's world, demography is a given. So you want to know from a demographic perspective who your customers are demographically. You can find that information out. That's not rocket science. Do you have to take it with a bit of a grain of salt? Sure. The statement he made, again, which I will double down on, is the psychography is what matters. And so in his words, people like us do things like this. Who are your people? Who are these folks for whom you have an exorbitant amount of value, for whom you can get those 1,000 true fans, as Kevin Kelly says? What are those folks that you can really lean into to make your business a much more structured, much more tailored, much more value add for those humans? Because if you left it to AI today, that would be the most generic, the most bland, the most vanilla that you could possibly get. Now, do these tools with the right prompting give you some very specific and very curious buyer groups? Sure. But you have to have that lens of, is that real? Is that true? And so on a very cold day today, we want everybody thinking about, if you take demography as a given, what is the psychography of your buyer today? And what will AI tell you about those folks? Are you going to get the right message to the right people at the right time based upon what those tools tell you? Do you need to lean heavily into your gut and say, these are the people that we know, these are the people that we talk to, and this is how we want to go to market? All right. Enough for today. Ruby says AI is a thing. It's a big thing. It's a real thing. It's a complicated thing. But don't let it make decisions for you based upon what you already know or where you need to take your business. All right, enough for today. Walking and talking with Ruby.